Welcome to Madame Raven's. This way to the library. She's been expecting you.
Tomorrow is my big day, darlings, with Evil Idol. Today, though, I bring you a wonderful mix of pirate ships, a little bit of Firefly, and a little bit alien, I suppose. I hope you enjoy. I sure enjoyed this story. Plague Ship by ShinyMills. Before I lay out my last words, I want to say that I know I deserved what happened. We all do, for more than a few reasons, I guess. We ain't good folk. Poverty, war, famine. It'll change people. You either learn to strip away morals and survive, or you cling to civilization and you die. Us, we survived. Till now, leastwise. We had a pretty tidy system worked out, you see. Didn't work all the time, of course. Not even 70% of it, but it worked. Enough that it got me and my crew from point A to B with food in our bellies, air in our lungs, and fuel in our ship. All the things we needed to survive and thrive. Whenever supplies would start running low, we'd set ourselves up as, what you call them? Anglerfish, yeah. We'd send out a nice little signal. Not always the same one, though. Fast way to have people catching on right there. Stuck close to the rim when we'd be playing lure. Less chance of patrols or some shite answering. Playing well-meaning nights when we all frackin' know. We all frackin' know anyone rescued by any of the corporations ends up shoved into indentutude until their debt is paid up. Sorry, rambling. Hard to focus lately. Hard to stay in one line, one thought, you know? My head comes and it goes. I guess you could say. My crew. They haven't been so lucky as to just have trouble with thoughts staying in line, with their minds staying in place. Don't know yet if that means I'm the lucky one or if my luck was just shittier. 'Cause I get to watch everyone crumble down. Frack. Still rambling, yeah. Sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, lures. We was low on O2, yeah? And fuel, but O2 was the big concern. Getting anywhere don't matter much if you're fracking dead, right? Yeah, we'd set up a distress signal to send out a basic SOS. Powered down the auxiliary functions and sat back to play the waiting game. People think living on the edge of civilization, the rims of society, nothing but action, danger, and drawn-out fights, trading blaster shots with witty barbs back and forth. Not so much, huh? Lots of time. We're just waiting for someone to snap up the lure. Little tense, mostly quiet, but that would make for boring frackin' vids, right? Yeah. Shit, frack, rambling. Sorry, yeah, anyway. So he sat back and we were there waiting to see who, if any, gonna show up. Hours we waited there, quiet and dark. Me and my men, we was starting to think maybe we were gonna have to pull up shop. Try another sector or something like. When Hall calls out all soft like the ship's coming into range. Not a second after he said we were getting hailed. Cheers us right the frack up, 'cause we've all been getting antsy as hell. Of course, we don't frack and answer. Just let him keep hailing us as they pull alongside us. isn't long at all before we're feeling the ship rumbling and shaking as they docks with us. Which is, see, it was Otter thinking on now. Yeah, most of 'em, they hail longer, yeah? Cautious. Not them. Eager like. Frackin' eager. Should've, frackin', don't matter. No frackin' matter anyway. Me and my crew, meanwhile, we've already gotten into position on either side of the airlock, and we're frackin' waiting, yeah? The minute the hatch open, blasters are drawn and we're frackin' on 'em. Didn't put much up of a fight. No fight. None. Just went down like tissue paper, all four. One had a weapon on him, but the other three just had medical looking. Hoy shite. Never seen nothing like it before. Me and the crew, we was counting ourselves so frackin' lucky as we looked over that shite. Was obvious we managed to snag an honest God medi ship. This frackin' haul, we was sure to be set for the next few months. Thought our luck had finally turned for the better. It was counting chickens before they hatched. Yeah. Second we stepped through the airlock, we knew shite wasn't right. Remember what I was saying about them blaster fights people always think life on the rim is like? What it looked like inside that ship. Couldn't see no bodies. Plenty of blood, yeah, no bodies. Should have left right then. Iverson, young boy, maybe all of 17, wanted to. Only one with the sense he was. Only one with any kind of sense. Was a good kid. Good kid. He didn't, but Ho went calling him a pussy. Got some of the men laughing, and yeah, he quieted down quick enough. Should have listened. Should have left, but we was so low on food, fuel. We swept through the ship. Real thorough like. Weren't sure what the hell happened. Didn't want caught in the middle of some kind of mutiny or some shite. Never found any real survivors. Not really. Found a few bodies. Some of them weren't right. They didn't look right. The less said about that, the better. Few of them looked like they couldn't have been responsible for the mess outside the airlock. All of them wore uniforms. Some of them doctors and nurses. Those ones, they were the worst off. Someone had a frackin' hate on for 'em, poor bastards. Rest of 'em looked like they might have been security. All of 'em had corporate logos stamped on their uniform. Should have left right then. Just forgot about the haul and just tried again somewhere else. But we was frackin' desperate. And stupid as shite. Stupid gets you killed out here every time. Stupid gets you killed out here. Last room we came on it had a hospital bed, yeah? Only living thing left on that ship, near as we could tell. And he was dead to the frickin' world. He had a little name tag on his shirt that read Moore. Strapped to the bed. Straps across his frackin' stomach and ankles and wrists, and looking like he was playing out in the stars. There was a chart on the wall, x-rays and stuff, bunch of medical mumbo-jumbo. Couldn't make heads or tails of it. Put a bullet in his head. Pissed Iverson off. He was a good kid. Good kid. Just said he was dead either way. Weren't wrong. We didn't waste time getting everything we needed back to our ship. It was just wrong. We were so frackin' stupid. Should've just left. Fresh air was frickin' amazing, though, let me tell you. And the food we got from them, Oh, that food, man. It was just fresh fruit. Iverson, he'd never even seen a fruit that weren't dehydrated first. That boy was damn near crying when he took his first bite of a pear. Juicy, yeah? Crunchy. With the sweet dripping juice, and he said it was the best frackin' thing. Yeah, best thing. We ate their food, breathed their air, and tried to forget that ship. Frack. Shite, sorry. My mind at once. It doesn't like lines, straight lines so much, anymore. Moments. Sometimes it gets hard to make it stay in the lines. It wants to stray, let away. But I've got to finish what I'm saying. For me. My men. So frack that. Wait, 'cause so on we're on our way to greener pastures. Love that saying. Ain't nothing green to be seen out in this darkness. Always liked that saying, though. It's nice, yeah. Bigger and better things, maybe. Different, at least. We've done forgot about that mediship. Out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, out of mind. 2 weeks in, Iverson accuses Haw of trying to steal his thoughts, trying to worm his way into his mind. Said he only did what he did because Moore told him to. The only way to keep Haw out of his head was to go and drill straight into the man's frackin' skull. Iverson was a good kid, and him doing something like this threw us all for a frackin' loop. Frackin' crazy. Some people, it's just too good. Can't handle the things we've got to do to survive. Me, I figured Iverson still. I figured he was still pissed at Hull about shooting that Moore guy like he did. Frackin' stupid looking back now. Yeah. So frackin' stupid. The only thing that makes sense at the time, though, yeah? Didn't know. Wasn't sure what to do with him. Didn't want to space him. Some of the crew did, yeah. He went and drilled a damned hole in the man's head. And my crew, can't blame him. But he was a good kid. Didn't want to do that. Tied him up. Stuffed him in the medibay. I figured he'd be safe enough there. Just creep him out till we could figure things out. 2 days after that, just 2 frackin' days, I walked into the medibay to find Rix, our half-ass drunk of a dog, trying to fillet Iverson. I say trying 'cause he ain't never had the steadiest of hands, always drunk, but he had a surgical saw in hand, and he must have been at it for a while, 'cause most of that boy's left leg was gone. He was still alive, but he weren't. He weren't. Only reason it went on for so long was 'cause he weren't screaming. When I walked in, Iverson was just watching him. He looked so frackin' calm. Like that was what was supposed to be happening. Iverson, he didn't last much longer after that. He never screamed, though. He looked so frackin' calm the entire time. So goddamn calm. Rix, they asked him why he did that. He weren't even friends with Hall. We all fought. Everyone fought. Just figured it was him getting back. Angry and getting back. Hard, yeah, but he goes and says that it was on account of Moore telling him that he'd had to start getting ready for winter. I don't know what to frackin' do The crew wants to space him because, frack, he just carved that boy up. And I'm wanting to, too. I ain't proud to admit that I was frackin' scared. Confused, like. I didn't know what to do. And more again. More. I don't understand it. We spaced Rix. Didn't even have to drag him. He just walks. Keeps going on about how he's ready for winter and not to worry on up till Sing shoves him in. It's not a relief seeing him sucked out the airlock. Should have. It should have been, but it ain't. 3 days after that, my first mate, Wolster, he and I find him in the armory with Sing. He's got Sing on his back, willing like, just watching the ceiling, smiling, and Vorster, his wrist deep in the man's stomach. He's got some of his frackin' insides pulled outside, and somehow, I don't frackin' understand it, but Sing is still alive and smiling and looking so frackin' happy to be there. Minute I walk in, they both look at me. Same time. Just stare. Vorster keeps moving his hand around inside Sing's stomach before pulling out this loop of man's intestines, and Sing, he helps, and I can't help it. I throw up. I've seen some shite, but it weren't right. Afterwards, I'm questioning Vorster, and he's telling me all about how Moore told him and Sing that he had to help Sing dig some kind of sickness out of him. Sing's dead, of course. There ain't no coming back from that. I can't ask him, but he looked so happy. And I don't know what to frackin' think. Forster gets spaced, shoved out the airlock. Keeps happening. One after the other. My crew, my men, they just keep going after each other. Mostly like they're willing like. One or two put up a fight. Damn good fight. Me, I'm sticking to my cabin now. Just staying in my cabin. Some frackin' captain I am. Hiding in my own ship like a frackin' stowaway. I can hear Davidson. I think it's Davidson. Outside my door sometimes. Talking about frackin' more. I don't listen though. I ain't gonna frackin' listen. If I do, I got my gun right beside me. Ready to open a new hole in me head. Yeah. This ain't even me seeking no kind of forgiveness. No atonement. Don't regret much in my life. I don't regret a damn thing I've ever done. Except one. I should have let that frackin' ship. Minute what we saw was in there. Should have frackin' left and never looked back. And more? I tell him that, and he says I'm right. We probably should have turned right around and left. But he was awful glad we stopped. So quoth this raven. My apologies for losing my accent to another. I couldn't get it back for some odd reason. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you all stopping by. But I have a huge favor to ask you, my darlings. Tomorrow on Jeerling Tales for Dark Nights is my Evil Idol submission. If you would all go over there and vote for me with a like and comment, I would be forever grateful. And a special thanks to my Patreon supporters, Ermin, Darren and Jennifer, Laura, and Charlotte Emerson. If you like this, please hit the little button to let me know. If you didn't, hit the little button to let me know. Leave a comment. I'm always glad to talk with you, my darlings. I'm open to suggestions and criticisms, critiques. If you have not subscribed, please do so and ring the little bell so you know when to come up and see me. And I will talk to you next time, my darlings. Farewell.